The murmuration of starling birds. Murmuration of starlings, as this phenomenon is known, must be one of the most magical, yet underrated, wildlife spectacles on display in winter. Impenetrable as the flock's movements might seem to the human eye, the underlying maths is comparatively straightforward. Each bird strives to fly as close to its neighbors as possible, instantly copying any changes in speed or direction. As a result, tiny deviations by one bird are magnified and distorted by those surrounding it, creating rippling, swirling pattern. It is fascinating to see how the patterns created by birds are resembling a certain meaning with its shapes and forms. Architect. What is an architect? The architect is a transformable creature. So much so, like the murmuration effect of the starlings, the architect is constantly evolving to mimic the creation of Mother Nature. The architects, like the ants, are seen as the most hard-working creatures working through the day and night. Ants also represent persistence, meticulousness and production. Architect is constantly facing deadlines, and the fact that the architect is a perfectionist, he is sometimes being considered very slow, like tortoise. Architect sometimes transforms to be a domestic dog, performing obedient task for the owner. At times, architect has no choice but to think like a cunning fox, in order to find the way around getting a task done. Architect is the creative problem solver. In the eye of the women, architect is the sexy, unique, mysterious creature of unicorn, with its wild, untamable nature of great strength and agility. However, when the woman is married to an architect, the wife would soon realize that the architect is just an owl, having the extraordinary ability of working with sharp concentration at night, and, for a very long time. In the eye of the society, the architect will transform into an individualistic and egoistic animal like cat, which as a matter of fact, just a small domestic animal. The architect would think of himself as the most beautiful creature on earth, the peacock. The peacock is a possessor of some of the most admired human characteristics, and is a symbol of integrity and the beauty we can achieve when we endeavor to show our true colors. Finally, the architect realized that he is always working hand in hand like a goose. When the geese are heading south for the winter, flying in their familiar V formation, you might be interested in knowing why they fly that way. Science has learned that, as each bird flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the bird immediately behind it. By flying in a V formation, the flock together gains over 70% more flying range than if each bird flew on its own. Architect finally realized that no matter what he can't get away to work hand in hand with the people in the team, because that's how architect could finally become architects, making meaningful architecture.